Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everybody out there. This is Chris Marshall of the Payne Street Team, brought to you by Payne Auto Group of Valley-Wide and PayneAutoGroup.com, where we have what you want, lo que tú quieres, regardless. And it's time for a special edition of Payne Auto Talk. Today is a special day of remembrance for Americans around the world and for those of us at home. For those of you that are just reading about it in history books, or you've probably heard it from your family and friends, that on September 11th of 2001 and also September 11th of 2012, Americans, both at home and abroad, were attacked because there are people and entities out there that their belief system and their agenda is antithetical to the American way of life. And they showed us, as big as a republic we are, as much as our 246 years of existence, when evil rears its head, bad things do happen. But we are very thankful for this wonderful republic in which we live. There are people from around the world that travel here every day, and they want to join into that American dream, that pursuit of happiness. And that is a key part of the phrase from our founding documents, the pursuit. There is no guarantee. There is no guarantee for our next day. There is no guarantee for our next moment. There is no guarantee for our next breath. So we've got to be thankful for what we have when we have it. That being said, I'm very thankful to be your host here on Payne Auto Talk, and I wouldn't be speaking to you today if it were not for Mr. Edwin J. Payne. Before he started this business, he had grown up. He was his high school valedictorian. He graduated from the University of Illinois with a degree in accounting. So yeah, a big-time number cruncher. And upon his graduation, he received a commission in the United States Army. And he came to Harlingen Air Base, which we know as Harlingen International Airport. During World War II, it was a training base, and also it was a gunnery school for aerial gunnery for the Army Air Corps. And there he met and married his beloved. And he was a fighter pilot in the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt. This is the predecessor to the modern-day A-10. This was a big fighter plane. A lot of horsepower, 850 caliber guns. She could carry a whole lot of ordnance, a very stable gun platform. And he flew 104 combat missions in the Mediterranean theater of operations and even into Germany. So P-47 pilots are, it was called the jug. It was shaped like a milk jug, and some of us aviation aficionados and fans, we call them jug drivers. That's a heck of a thing to go out there in your aircraft and be amongst fellow jug drivers in formation and break off. And if you find yourself alone, it's just you and your machine against the enemy. So doing that 104 times is something to be said. And he was even Mr. Payne even received commendations for his duty, including the Distinguished Flying Cross, twice awarded, the Air Medal, and various other medals for his service. And after the war, he returned here to South Texas. And an account from the late Paul Donaldson, a former employee of Payne Auto Group. I believe the first Payne Auto Group dealership was in, not Farmall, International Harvester. It was an International Harvester dealership. This is from Paul's recount that he told me years ago, because he'd known the Payne family for a very long time. And course, that was farm equipment. But then Mr. Payne acquired and started his Dodge store, which was Ed Payne Motors, which we now know as Ed Payne Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, located in Weslaco. And from there, guess what? Since 1949, Payne Auto Group has been a Valley automotive dealer from then to this day, still active, still going. With, I believe, our employees range in the 600 to 700 range. A lot of folks. And from Brownsville to Rio Grande City, it's quite an operation. You've probably heard them here on Payne Auto Talk, on the radio, on TV, on digital, elsewhere. Lord knows that Payne Auto Group is traveling the stars on radio waves and television waves. And we're very thankful as one employee. I'm very thankful, like my other employees, to be a part of this family-owned business. And we do remember and honor not only the founder of Payne Auto Group, but every other person who has taken that wonderful oath to our rule of law to be an American sailor, soldier, airman, Marine, merchant Marine, National Guardsman, or reservist. And also the fine people in law enforcement on a municipal, county, state, and federal level, and also those first responders out there. But I also have to include the fact that they were citizens too, just like you are common citizens, pursuing your self-interests and being a part of this wonderful republic that still stands after 245 plus years. We honor those all who came before us, who first had the ideas of liberty and freedom for the individual to be self-governed, and who laid the foundations, who framed and founded, and who continued on to make the United States of America a more perfect union. It is Sunday. It is for many, not just here in the United States, but around the world, a day of worship. After all, on the seventh day he rested. And I just wanted to give you all a little, just wanted to tell you all our wonderful day of remembrance, to remember all those. And I'll tell you one American I do miss. He was on the airwaves for a long time, and his name was Fred Rogers. For those of us who grew up watching Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, I'll say this. He was given I believe, a Lifetime Achievement Award. And he said to the audience that was in attendance, he says, let's think about everyone who loves us, whether they are here or in heaven. All those wonderful people who helped shape who we are, who brought us into this world, who were there for us all the time. And they've gone on to greener pastures. And if we could remember everyone we love, everyone who sacrificed something for us, and even those strangers out there that have put their life on the line, have lost their lives, and all those who continue to do so at home and abroad. Let's go ahead and remember them for 10 seconds. I'll keep the time. On this day of remembrance, we think of those who have made the ultimate sacrifice so that the rest of us may continue on with this wonderful American experiment in individual liberty and freedom. Many thanks go to those who have served and those continuing to serve as a member of the armed forces, law enforcement, first responders, and as citizens. Thank you very much. And thank you for tuning into this edition of Payne Auto Talk. I'm Chris Marshall of the Payne Street Team. God bless America. I don't own the rights to this song, but Mr. Lee Greenwood sure does. If tomorrow all the things were gone I'd worked for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife, I'd thank my lucky stars to be living here today, 'cause the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, and across the plains of Texas, and from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the ones who died, who gave that right to me. And I'll gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA.